Hey guys, this is Saurabh Nahar here from Alva Technologies and you're watching the unboxing review of Samsung Galaxy Grand Max. So let's start. So here is the box pack and it says Samsung Galaxy Grand Max, and at the back we have some specs which says we have a 1.2 GHz quad core processor, we have a 5.25-inch HD display and a 13 megapixel autofocus camera and a 5 megapixel front facing camera. We also have enhanced selfie feature. Let's take a look at the price on the box pack, which is the MRP. So the MRP quoted on the box pack is rupees 18,000, but you can get it for much cheaper on snapdeal.com. Now let me just open the box pack and I'll be back after this. So on the top we have the Samsung Galaxy Grand Max in white color, and it is completely wrapped into the plastic. So here it is, but I'll keep it aside for the time being because we'll be taking a look at the device later on. First we'll be taking a look at the contents of the box. So inside here on the top we have some documentations. So this is the quick start guide, and we also have warranty related information, and here is the warranty card. Warranty valid only for India. We'll keep it aside. We also have earphones which are not in-ear style earphones, which is slightly disappointing. We also have a dedicated button to receive and end the call and a mic, so you can use it for calling purpose. You also get a trowel adapter which is in white color. You can also see the information related to this, and it is having Indian pin, so you can use it directly. This can be used for charging, and you also get a data cable which is a USB to micro USB data cable. You can use it for charging as well as you can connect your device to the PC or Mac system. And you also get a battery which is inside this plastic. So let me just remove this plastic so that we can see the capacity of the battery. So it is a 2500 mAh capacity battery, which is really decent. So let me just keep it aside for the time being because we'll be first taking a look at the physical overview. So on the front we have the Samsung branding at the center, above which is the earpiece. We also have a couple of sensors on the front and a 5 megapixel front facing camera. Here is the 5.25-inch HD display with a resolution of 1280 by 720. We have buttons which is physical home button and two touch capacitive buttons which is multitasking and back button. On the right we have a power button. At the back we have a LED flash, a 13 megapixel camera which can shoot 1080p videos, a speaker. Here is the Samsung branding at the center, and the back cover is having some texture which looks really nice. Also on the right we have a volume control key, and the buttons are very tactile and good. Moving to the top we have a 3.5mm audio jack, and the secondary noise cancellation mic is missing. At the bottom we have the micro USB port which can be used for charging as well as connecting, and here is a primary microphone. Before moving ahead, let me just show you one thing, that the screen is a complete fingerprint magnet. It attracts a lot of fingerprints, you can see it. Let me just remove this back cover off so that we can take a look at the SIM card slots as well as SD card slot and also the battery compartment. So here is the SIM 2 slot which will accept nano SIM card, and here is the SIM 1 slot, and above which is the SD card slot which will accept up to 64 GB SD cards. Now let me just insert this battery inside the battery compartment so that we can power on the device and take a look at the user interface of the device. Here is the plastic. It is made up of a very thin plastic, but we'll place this back cover at the back and we'll turn on the device and I'll set up the device, and after that I'll be back. So the device is finally booted up and the screen is very bright, so I'll reduce the brightness first. And we also have auto brightness settings, above which are quick toggles, so you can scroll them. Looks like ultra power saving mode is missing here. Let's take a look at the few more toggles that we have. It looks like even the two finger gesture is missing, where we can see more toggles, but even that is missing here. Let's go into the about phone so that we can take a look at the Android version that we have on the device. So in about device, you can see we have Android 4.4.4 KitKat. There is no details about Lollipop update on this device by Samsung. Let's go into application manager to see the internal storage as well as RAM on the device after the first boot. So the internal storage available is 12 GB. You can insert an SD card up to 64 GB. And the RAM available after first boot is 0.92 MB, which is 920 MB. So that was a quick look at the Android version and stuff. Now let's move ahead and take a look at the user interface of the device. So this is the lock screen, and from here you can directly jump into the camera app if you want. As soon as you unlock the device, you will see that you only have one home screen. So to add home screen, you need to hold the multitasking button and hit on the add button to add the home screen. Also, you'll notice that Samsung has removed all the bloatware apps which were Samsung specific, and you also don't have the Samsung specific music player. You have the Play Music and Google related applications pre-installed on the device. That is the reason the device is performing really well, and all the operations are very smooth and responsive. So as you can see, I am playing this video from YouTube, and I was unable to play the video at 1080p. Only 720p option was available. And also the viewing angles are not that great. It is having a 180-degree viewing angle, but at extreme levels you will see that there is some distortion. And also the speaker quality of the device is not good, and the speaker is muffled, so do take a note of that. Now let's quickly take a look at the browsing experience on the device, and I'll open the rediff.com. As you can see, it is opening up this in the mobile version. Let's request for a desktop version. So it opened up in desktop version. As you can see, it is still loading. As you can see that the pinch to zoom gesture works fine without any issues or lags. Let's take a look at the scrolling. So even the scrolling works fine on this device without any issues. So the browsing experience is really good if we use the Chrome browser. Now let's quickly check the OTG support on the device. So I'll insert this OTG pen drive. As you can see, it is not detecting the pen drive. I have inserted it properly. Let's go into the file manager. You can see that we can see the device storage and no external storage is visible over here. So the OTG is not supported on this device. Also, LED notification light is missing on the device. Now let's quickly take a look at the specs. So we have a Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 chipset clocked at 1.2 GHz, Adreno 306 GPU, 1.5 GB RAM, a 5.25-inch 1280 by 720 HD display, a 13 megapixel rear camera with autofocus, a front facing 5 megapixel camera, dual SIM, and a 64 GB expandable SD card slot, Android 4.4 KitKat. So that wraps up my video, and I made this video as detailed as possible. So if you liked it, do hit the like button below right now, and do hit the subscribe button because I'll be coming up with full review, gaming and benchmarks on Samsung Galaxy Grand Max. And if you hit the subscribe button, you will be updated regarding my videos. So hit that subscribe button right now, and do post your comments and queries below, and I'll try to answer them all. So thank you guys for watching. This is Saurabh Nahar here from All About Technologies. Thank you.